Well, good morning. Sorrel here. Let's see. I want to go back to the type terms project. We already showed you the layout, how to do the basic layout and page in the last video. This one I want to show you. I've added in here my layers. I've got guides. I've added another one called scan. I've got type, artwork, labels, and lines. And what I suggest that you do is probably take your best layout that you have. I have done that. I have a layout I'm happy with. I did in my comp sketches, and I've gone into and photographed that with Cam Scanner on your phone. There's also one called Scannable. You can get this on your iPhone as well or your Droid. And there's Adobe Scan. And what you can do is position your artwork with your camera, take a picture of it. And here's a picture I took, and I brought it in and put it on a layer. So I have that on my scan layer, so I can use the actual comp that I created to help me guide the process. It's a real time saver. The nice thing about this is that you can change the opacity of this. If you want to, ramp it up or down, you can make this layer, more intense or less intense, depending, as long as it's, let's see, unlocked. So I can change the opacity. Make it darker or lighter. That way it doesn't affect your artwork. So I'm going to leave mine right at about 60%. That seems to work for me. I'm going to lock that layer. My guides are still locked, and I'm going to start building my type layout. I've pre-selected my fonts. So let's see, I have, I want to use, let's type in the word type, and I want that uppercase. Oops, I forgot. I should have typed it in uppercase. Well, I'll just go to type. Well, it's selected. And I'll go to case, change uppercase, and I selected a font for that, and I'll type in the font is going to be Futura, so I can type in Futura turn, and it's Futura extra bold, so Futura extra bold. Oh, I like that. And then I want to put in a size, and for mine I'm going to put in 285. It seems to work. Now watch, see, I can just put that right into my design. Fits fairly neatly. I know there's going to be some adjusting, but that's kind of what I had in mind there. I'm going to go to the next one, which will be the word design. So cap this time, and I'll go design. Caps, thank you very much. Design. And I want to pick the font for that, and I have selected Baskerville. Okay, Baskerville, and I want to use Baskerville Old Face. So I can come over here and go to Baskerville. Where is it? Old Face, there it is. And now they got Baskerville Old Face. I wanted to use regular, and I'll bring the size of that down to, let's see, 205, seems about right. All right, now you can see I've got that pretty well laid out. That's going to work within my design allocation. And there's going to be some give or take in this depending on how you built your piece. And I can bring that up into position without too much trouble. There you go. All right, now that I've got that, I still have, there's a design, you kind of turn on and off, toggle to see where it's fitting. I want to come in and do the labels as well. I've created lines here already, and then I've got that other word. I want to do the word into. And into will be, again, I'll use avant-garde for that. ITC avant guard. Okay. We go into. But again, I want this in lowercase, so I'll go back and type that as lowercase. And the size on that should be a bit smaller, so I'll go down to, I don't know what I want to go down to, so I haven't really played with that yet. So let me just kind of shrink that. And perhaps I want to think on the size. Some of this is a modeling process. You're going to want to go through and kind of figure. Let's see, the book. See what else I have to choose from. That could work. So as you go, play with it, get a pretty good understanding what might work for you, and what might just be the one. So I'm going to shrink that down and get an idea. Yeah, probably a little bit bigger. So right now that's at 95. I'm going to go make that 205, 201. 205. Now for the exercise, because I had a number of you asking questions about what we do with it at this point, we want to convert everything to outline. So go back to type, it says create outline. Everything's now outlined, and I need to go ungroup. Actually, I can leave these, no, they all need to be ungrouped. Object, ungroup, and now I can play with this aspect because I have that particular thing in mind. Take the next one, I'll move that over. And I can fine tune these as I go, but I want to get the kind of general idea because it does break the space nicely. And I'll move that over to there. Since they are ungrouped, take each of these, because it is on top, I'm going to go find, it's known as Pathfinder, go find my Pathfinder. And within Pathfinder, there's this nice little one called Exclude. So I excluded that one. Same thing here, exclude, exclude, exclude. And then I can zoom in and have a look at how am I doing there. Is it working what I want? I got a little tag there I need to do something with. I can delete those little tags pieces. These are the little leftovers. So I get that bleed through that I wanted. Command 0 back to see how it looks. I'll turn off the scan. Yeah, it's kind of getting to where I wanted to go with my design and my scan. And now I can come in here and I can actually type in the labels, and the labels will probably be around, let's see, I'm going to do these at about 18. And again, I will type in ARM. And I'm using the same font. I'm using the Avant-Garde book because I think that will work just fine for this. So what I can do is continue, type another one. I'll type in waste, hold down the command key, click, bowl, hold the command key, joint, helps if I hit the key right, joint, and down here I've got the hairline, type hairline, command key, type in serif, command key, type in counter, lost it again. Be patient. This is just sort of the modeling process that we go through to get our work done. My wife will crack up because she knows that I like to talk to myself when I'm working. So then I'm also going to do the lines. Since I do have my guides out here, I can draw my lines out here that I've prescribed. Draw them out here. Draw that one out here as well. Then I'll take my pen tool and I'll go 1, 2, 3, and move that around. Hold the command key down again. I'll go down and draw the next one, which is here. Command key, draw the next one, which comes up here. And we can change the length of these at any time, so don't be so concerned that you get the right length. We can do that after the fact. Same thing here. Hairline and the serif. And I'll get the counter. And then the next one, I'm going to move that out of the way because I can't see. And how do I move those? I just take the direct select tool. I can come in here and I can just move that over a little bit. I could fix this. And anytime you can zoom in on those. Same thing here. I do the fine adjusting. Then I'll take my labels that I've created and I'll start moving them into position. And it's just a process. Get these kind of moved into place, and that will give me opportunity later to start toying around with it a little bit, getting them moved into where I want them, nice and neat. Turn off the guides. Let's see how I'm doing here. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I've got my trim marks allocated. I can do a test print, and notice that I've got all within my 1-inch parameters. I can take the entire design. If I'm not happy, I can move it all up. I can readjust it slightly within the space allocated. And that's pretty much the design. I hope that was helpful, and we will chat soon.